Hello everybody, here we are, set number 3. It's crazy looking back at this set. In this set, I played and enjoyed 5 of the 6 leaders. Kuro, Arlong, Iceberg, one of my favorite leaders in the game, Base, and another personal favorite that turned into one of the biggest controversies in this game to date, Nami. Now let's get even more controversial as we rank the top 10 best arts in the One Piece card game set 3, Pillars of Strength. This set is beloved by me and I'm excited to show the top 10, so let's get into it. At number 10, does Polly want a cracker? Well, I certainly do. In the 10th spot, we have Charlotte Cracker. I love this composition. The way the gleam on his revealed eye and the gleam of where his outer shell eye broke off is a nice touch. The way he breaks the frame of the card as well, breaking the layer to show Cracker's true form underneath, is such a sick way to convey this card. Speaking of sick, we have the first division commander of the sickest pirate captain, in more ways than one, Marco. This card is fire. I love the way it burns through the frame around him, and his dynamic pose with the foot touching the edge of the card is as satisfying as when the DVD hits the corner perfectly. Very cool card that proved to be a menace on release. Another absolute menace is Arlong, and what he did to our number 8 pick was horrible. At least she's done justice here, and it's Belmir. What a stunning card, and very adorable. If this was the top 10 most adorable cards in set 3, this would probably be number 1. So eye-catching and soft, colorful tones make this card so peachy. Tangerine? What a beautiful card for a beautiful mom. Speaking of moms, we have a big one. I gotta remember this is an art ranking video, and I cannot let my disdain for this card get in the way of the art. Big Mom is awesome. The artist did such a good job making a deceptively scary card. The colors and shadows are painted so softly that it gives the card a sweet look. Great use of light by the artist here, and I'll go out on a limb and say that this card has artwork that shows its power very effectively. I just said go out on a limb. Limb. The next card is Limb. That was a good transition, right? Anyway, I do know what is good. It's this red Limb card. Very overlooked due to it not being that playable, but it definitely sticks out to me in the art department. The classic manga-esque style reminds me of old school box cover video game art. All the color is so nice to look at. The highlights on the gourd and her hair as well as the foliage in the background is stellar. The best part about this is how colorful it is. Even the white of her dress is not purely white and is full of color. The only white I wish wasn't on here was the text box blocking the piece. I might have ranked it higher if it wasn't. We're halfway through the list now, and let me know what your favorite card in this set is in terms of art. And go ahead and leave a like if you like the video. Alright, I'll stop bugging you. But I will buggy you. That was terrible, but this card isn't. At our number 5 spot, we have Buggy. Throne Buggy. This card oozes aura. The digital paint job is so expertly laid down here. The way each object and character in the drawing is so clear to see and distinguish from each other, while somehow blending together, is superb. The foreshortening perspective of his shoe touching the face of the card is really cool and powerful. Now we move on to number 4, and I think it's going to surprise all of you. None of you will expect it. Ready? It's the Frankie sisters, Kiwi and Mozu. Told you wouldn't expect it. But wow, is it nice to look at. Bandai has a reputation of getting the most whatever non-effect cards and commissioning the dopest art possible for them, oftentimes putting more useful cards to shame. This card is hard to ignore. Going through your bulk comments and this card pops up, I guarantee your eye will linger on it longer than most of the other vanillas in your collection. The background colors, the poses, the rendering, the lighting, such visually distinct characters already, drawn with a masterful touch. This card must be seen. If only the guy on this next card could see. It's Isho. It doesn't take a meteor with this card taped to the front of it for you to notice it. The black outline brush strokes and the background flourishes are reminiscent of Okami, the video game. This almost looks like it was drawn with a calligraphy brush. The coloring is almost flat, and yet each layer stands out so much. Speaking of standouts, we have some honorable mentions. Cards that I think look great but didn't quite crack the top 10. The first one, Hachan. I don't have much to say about this card other than that it is a perfect render of a really cool character. This single piece of art conveys the entire spectrum of his character. Next is Kaku. His shadow is his draft form, and it looks so natural and cool. What a great idea. Very thoughtful piece and a nice detail. This card makes me smile. Mary. It's so nice to look at. Once again, these vanilla cards have very stunning art. The sunlight illuminating his workspace. This card is so energetic and innocent and full of life. And finally, Kaya. Such a sweet and cute looking card with great lighting as well. It's almost as if she's looking at Mary working from her window. Alright, now let's get into the top 2. At number 2, we have a secret rare. Right from Sniper Island, Sogeking. I absolutely love the American comic book style showing this character with the sound effects popping out in the background. This card is so creatively done and so much fun to look at. I love the way the cape breaks frame and the slingshot pushes into the face of the card. Undoubtedly, one of the most creative and expressive pieces in the entire card game to this day. But we must crown a winner for the best art in OP-03, and for me, it wasn't close. Arguably the most sought after card from this set, and still finds relevant play today in some decks. It's Katakuri. Okay, how is this piece so good? The details on his glove alone clear every card in this list. The way you see every tuft of fur in his scarf coming to life, the visual representation of his hockey, the shadows on his biceps and abs is crazy. The light on his leathers, the way his tattoos and hair are rendered. Oh my gosh. Art is not defined by details, so even if this card was just flat lines, it might still be the best looking card, in this set at least. The line work and the pose is so badass. The art is cooked so unbelievably hard. To me, this is the best looking yellow card we've ever gotten. When you design a secret rare in this game, this card should be the gold standard. This card is the pillar of artistic strength. See what I did there? And speaking of strong, you all are strong with all the support you give by watching these videos. Thank you for holding us up. More ranking videos to come, but for now, you should watch this video right here. I think you'll really like it. Thanks for watching.